Hello, Manic Fam. Voiceover Mad Dog here today because the only day I had to film this week I just did not want to be perceived. But welcome back to my channel, telekineticManiac, where we do a whole bunch of cosplay things. Today we are taking on episode 2 of my weekly work logs, where I show a much more down-to-earth and practical crafting progress as a cosplay hobbyist rather than the intense crafting schedule of a cosplay professional. There's a bunch of reasons for this that I went over in my first weekly work log last week that I'll list on screen now. So totally just pause the vid if you want to glance over those again. During these videos, I invite everyone who's able to take out their own projects and craft along with me as I work. Just because, I know so many folks have schedules that are just all over the place, and having even just a video's worth of dedicated crafting time each week can make a huge difference to one's own crafting progress. So if you're here to craft, go ahead folks and take out your projects and let's get started. So my goals for this week were, once again, to make a lot of progress on my original Chrollo Lucifer gold work, start my Genkai back patch, and work on a cosplay adjacent project. I'm gonna be real blunt, this week was probably one of the worst weeks for cosplay progress I've had in quite some time. It was my first week back to editing a whole YouTube video and fitting in working on cosplay, and man, it was a whole thing that I haven't had to balance out in my life in quite a while, and I did a pretty poor job. Oops. It was at least beneficial to me though, because it did remind me of my old filming and editing habits, and things are going much smoother now. So at least that's something. All that aside, I did make some decent Chrollo progress. Once again, I did not start Genkai, because on top of all the video stuff, I was just extra not feeling that project. Next week for sure though, we're gonna do it. We're gonna start it, it's gonna be great. And I was able to complete my cosplay adjacent project. Here I'm working some more on Chrollo. I talked about this in last episode's video and don't want to bore you all to tears with the same information. So instead of re-talking about what I'm doing, I think I'm going to quickly talk over my plans for this series and my tentative Katsucon plans. If you missed last week's video though and want to hear more about this process, I'll put a little card in the corner so you can access that nice and easy. So, plans for this series. While creating these videos is significantly less work than some of the videos I've made in the past, it's still work. As much as I genuinely love editing, it takes up time and energy. Things take time to do, and we all have a limited amount of time. There's only 24 hours in a day. And saying to myself that I'll be creating these videos weekly for who knows how long is a bit of a mental strain. So instead of letting these videos go on indefinitely, I've decided I'm going to be making these videos for 10 weeks. They will be as consecutive as possible. Fair warning, I will be yeeting myself into the woods for a few weeks in the later half of August and taking a break from existing and therefore these videos, because that's what I do in August. But anyway, they will be as consecutive as possible because I think part of what could be interesting about this series is seeing how consistently I'm able to work and seeing the long-term results. So there it is, 10 weeks. I hope you all enjoy this little ride and are able to get a bunch of your own work done. And also, if you want to be featured in these videos, probably just a good thing to keep in mind, that the series will end. It's not gonna go on forever. I really am very excited for these 10 little weeks. It's both a heckin' lot and so little at the same time, and I'm really curious about what I'll be able to get done. And I'm curious because imagine me trying to do little finger guns to try and make this transition less rough. Katsucon is coming! It may seem far away now, but I'm certain the time between now and then is gonna just absolutely fly by. And can I just say before getting into my tentative Katsucon plans, while I'm sure of this, I'm still way too chill about the progress I'm making. I think the convention nerves need to set in a little bit and really get me rolling on this progress. And I hope they don't come on too fast, but I hope they show up enough, It's just been so long since conventions have been a thing, and I was so sure I was never gonna go back to this con, because I just didn't really like it, especially for how much it cost, like, just to be very, very honest. But I also never expected the last year to happen the way it did, and all of my friends go to this convention, so like, here we are, I guess. I don't know, it just doesn't seem real yet, and I really need to get the real feeling and the nerves to just like slap me in the face and get me out of this overly chill daze, you know? Alright, now I've gone and rambled on too long, so I think we're gonna actually have a real quick intermission with actual Mad Dog, not voiceover Mad Dog, and then we will get back to talking about Katsucon plans. I've just woke up once again. This time I have a hat on because my bedhead was a lot worse than the other day. Like, the other day I had like a little bit of a cow look. Today, not good. Anyway, I just wanted to do a little unboxing thing, and I'm just excited about fabric again. Like, the same reason as last time. I saw this waiting for me when I got up, and I was like, I will show everyone. So this is gonna be my actual Bruno fabric. Last time I showed you the swatch that I ordered for Bruno, but this is all of Bruno. And then I also got some swatches for like lace and stuff, because he has like a ridiculous like chest, torso, like, I'm forgetting words, like a stomach tattoo. There we go, like a whole everything, his whole front. And I don't want to put temporary tattoo paper on my whole front, so we're just gonna turn it into some lingerie, because why not, when we're already making this ridiculous outfit with ridiculously expensive fabric. Actually, it's really not ridiculously expensive for the quality of the fabric that I'm getting. It's really cheap, but for me and my cosplay budget, it's more than I would have liked to spend. Anyway, so we're gonna do a quick unboxing. Okay, so here we go. I'm excited. Hopefully I don't cut anything. I'm always worried about that when I'm unboxing anything at all, ever. What the heck? That tape just ripped horribly. What if you just didn't do that, maybe? This is fine. Wow, apparently I can't open a box as soon as I have to do it on video. I'm saving this box for like ever and ever though, because it's a decent box. Alright, so here we go. We're getting stuck on our other projects. We have an order slip, which I'm gonna hide because I don't know if my information's on there. So these swatches, we have a little thank you thing. Mood's pretty nice because they do send 10% off order things, which I usually don't use because usually I'm like very afraid that the fabric's gonna sell out, but I probably will use for this, for any of these laces if I do end up getting them, just because I spent so much on this fabric that I absolutely need the 10% off. Alright, so let's do swatches first. Alright, I got a couple different ones because I just wanted to fiddle around. I also really could not tell the actual size of everything online. So I got this. I actually really like this. This is really nice. It feels a little netty. It's not super soft, but I think it's quite pretty. This is extremely soft, but a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. I'm unsure, because I thought it was a lot smaller. That's pretty nice too, but that's also big, so I'd have to like pick and choose areas of it that I'd use for the overall tattoo thing. Ooh. This one's actually like a lot softer than I thought it would be. I thought I was gonna pick it up and I was gonna be nutty, but it's really nice and soft. That one's pretty cool. One's very different from lace that I often see, if that makes sense. So I kind of like that. We'll see how it, once again, it's kind of big. Like I'd have to pick and choose pieces, but oh, this is not at all. This ain't it, Chief. Is what this is. This is not at all what this looked like online. This is also like a lot bigger than I thought it would be, and like you really can't see the designs nearly as much. They have like, we have these like diamonds going on, but you can barely see them. So and it's like extremely rough. This is the roughest of all of them. So this is a no. But we have some good options there, so I'm gonna think on those. And hopefully order them when they're on sale. So hype for that. Oh god, the tape is sticking to me. Oh my god, okay. And then of course we have the Bruno fabric. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm not gonna try and unfold all this, but there it is. So good. I absolutely went completely overkill on yardage because I just wanted to be sure about everything on it. So this fabric is a little bit of a pain because obviously it doesn't have the little like black dot things on his outfit. I'm gonna have to put those on myself. So actually I'm gonna switch over so you can see me again real quick. So obviously it doesn't have the little black dot things all over his outfit. I'm going to embroider those myself and put them on, like space them out myself so that they look good on me as opposed to a drawing and whatever. The thing about that though is because this is a pleather and I will be adding the pattern to this myself, I think that this is going to be one of the last costumes that I make before Katsucon, just because doing something custom like that is really cool, but it does mean that you have to stay generally the same size, and I can't guarantee that. So, because my body just changes a lot depending on what exactly I'm doing at any given time. Like, for example, the job I had last year, I got really big beefy arms. So if something like that happens again, I want to be prepared. So it's probably going to be the last thing on my list of things. But I'm glad that I got the fabric, that it'll be all tucked away, ready for me to work on. I'll probably start the embroidery sooner, and I'll probably do other like Bruno accessories. Like I'll probably do his wig, and I'll probably be searching for zippers and things before then. But yeah, I'm really excited about this. So thank you for bearing with my other little fabric interlude. Like I said, I'm probably not going to be buying a lot of fabric after this little splurge that I don't know. I was talking last time, I'm probably not going to be doing a lot more fabric buying until I've used up some other fabric in my life. But yeah, I'm very excited about this. Oh my gosh, I cry. Alrighty, and back to crafting, Mad Dog. Take it away, buddy. Yo, I love that Bruno fabric. I'm really sorry to everyone who knows me and has to like see me IRL because I will not shut off about it. Well, I mean, or just JoJo's in general, to be honest. I'm really sorry. We knew this day would come, but I'm still sorry. I just really love this fabric and JoJo's. Back to tentative Katsucon plans. As you can see in the footage currently on screen, I'm not alone working on cosplay like I usually am. I'm still just stripping away at Chrollo. Nothing new here, so not gonna explain that again. Go find that card if you want to learn more, or now you really want to learn more now that I'm still doing it. But I actually had a fun little cosplay work day last Saturday with my friends Nova and Becca, who you might recognize from previous videos. During our workday, we got to make a bunch of progress on cosplay, discuss Katsu plans, and watch the Made in Abyss movies and cry, because apparently I didn't suffer enough when I rewatched the show while filming last week's episode. And I'm saying all of this instead of just rattling off my plans because I gotta say, big shout out to them for being really open about creating a tentative plan so early. As much as it's good for anyone to start crafting sooner rather than later for an event, it can be really hard to come up with ideas for an event so far away when you know you're going to want to be cosplaying whatever you're into at the time of the event. And like, don't know what that is now because you can't see the future. So yeah, just big shout out to them for being down to discuss this because it's really helping me as a cosplayer. Like, it's just helpful to know what I'll be working on, but it's also helping me a lot as a YouTubing fool. TM. So I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Okay, so the biggest and most tentative plan for Katsucon is I would really like to create Guts from Berserk, specifically his Griffith rescue mission outfit from right before the eclipse, because I really love that look. And that whole arc is absolutely heartbreaking. I cry. I had originally intended to make this for the fall of this year, but I had some plans shift around, so I think it would be really cool to try and make Guts for Katsu instead. However, this is the most tentative because I don't know if I can fit this outfit into the car that we will very probably be taking down to the convention. And for the record, I would like to wear it on Saturday for the main part of the day. A costume that is much more set in stone, like I very probably will be cosplaying this on this day, is Wei Ying from the Grandmaster of Demonic Cultivation on Sunday for most of the day. I will be creating his like kiddo hanging out learning stuff in the cloud recesses look, but I'll be adding a lot of original pieces to this look. This is a costume that I want to start as soon as possible after I start my Genkai backpatch. I just need to use that project to test one last thing before starting this one, so that'll be coming really soon. I also think that if I happen to bring Genkai to Katsu, I will wear her on Sunday evening because that will be super comfortable, and I can make I'm old Yusuke jokes at anyone still trying to get photos in the gazebo, even though the con has ended. Friday is probably going to be a big JoJo's day for me. Unsure right now whether I want to wear Giorno or Bruno on Friday yet, but like that's JoJo's day for JoJo's and JoBros, whoever they may be. And I'll probably wear JoJo's both Friday and Saturday evenings as well because the outfits are fashion TM, but also they're like a lot more comfortable compared to however heckin' uncomfortable like Guts is gonna be. For the trip down on Thursday, we're thinking about wearing Hunter x Hunter, like just for the hell of it. Maybe filming some dumb memes when we stop for lunch or whatever. So for that I'd be Killua, because I'm the Killua of the group. Unless for some reason we end up cosplaying the adult trio instead of like the main characters. Then, and you'll never guess this, but then I'll be Chrollo. And it would still be a Mimi mess. Trip back up, I don't know, I might wear something for the morning for the sake of getting a photo or two in the Gaylord before we leave, and like laugh at myself for the irony of making I'm old Yusuke jokes the night before and then getting photos of myself the next morning. Or I might say screw it and wear my pajamas. As potential to add in, or as like maybe an alternative to something that I may not be able to fit in the car. Guts! We also have Chrollo, the Nightwalker, and my boy Lonk. I mean Link. So yeah, those are all of my current Katsucon plans. Man, this episode has been like a whole informational episode. But I hope that this like gets us on the same page moving forward so that there's no shock about what I'm working on and all that. And also, if you folks have any cos plans for Katsucon 2022 or just anything, totally let me know in the comments. I'd really love to hear about what you are working on. Also, if you want to be featured in these videos, tag me in your progress posts on Insta, and then I can see your progress too, and that'll be even more fun. Alright, at last we are moving away from Chrollo and Goldwork progress and all this talk of my plans and onto the last section of work for the day. Here I am, working on that cosplay adjacent project I spoke of earlier. I'm covering this really high quality but ugly ass box, which I got for these like Neato noise cancelling headphones that saved as much of my hearing as was left when I got them to improve the quality of my life at my job last year. This is another space improving project. I'm simply covering this box with a scrap of Zelda fabric and some tacky glue to keep it in place. It not only made the box prettier, but it cleared up a bit of fabric storage and glue storage, as this glue was like half congealed and I pretty much used up the useful bit that was left of it. And it continued to help me organize my desk. I originally thought I was going to organize some like cosplay trinkets on my desk with this, but I ended up using it to organize some postcard decorating stuff like stickers and washi tape instead. Organizing all that really ended up helping my cosplay workspace a lot more than just throwing some smaller cosplay things in the box. So that was pretty lit, and I'm kind of more hyped to write my postcards now that I've done that. And there you have it, my cosplay and cosplay adjacent crafting projects for the week. And of course, a lot of talk about what's to come as well. Shoutouts for this week are gonna have to be me featuring the shit out of my friends like I warned y'all would happen if no one wanted to be featured any given week. Becca and Nova worked super hard at our little cosplay workday, so I just wanted to share what they were up to here. Becca detangled and straightened the wig that she had originally used for Odebeck in our little like Yurio and Odebeck fantasy duo cosplay based on like this cute art by Estellers. It had become quite a tangled and floofy mess, but over the course of a few hours she was able to turn it from a bird's nest into a respectable and proper start to a John Chang wig. And Nova worked on their original Rosy Maple Moth cosplay. They cut out so much fabric, like look at that flippin' pile right there. And they are off to a really great start, and I for one am really excited to see what their cosplay will look like when they start sewing it together. Anyway, my friends are great, like look at what they were able to accomplish. And while crying over Maiden Abyss, Dawn of the Deep Soul no less. Gosh, I love it. Anyway, just a reminder, if you're interested in being featured in one of the next 8 episodes of our weekly work logs here on this channel, all you gotta do is tag me in the photo and description of a current work in progress post over on Instagram, or fill out the form linked in the description of this video, and I will shout you out. I'd love to see your work and share it with the wonderful folks who interact with this channel, so do consider. Or just prepare for more friend shoutouts. LMAO. If you got all the way to the end of this video, thank you so much for tuning in to episode 2 of these weekly work logs. I really appreciate it, and I hope seeing this more practical progress is even just a small bit helpful and or interesting to you. Well, I look forward to seeing what's happened by the end of this series and hopefully seeing some folks featured. But for now, I hope to see you for episode 3 next Friday. Alright, bye for now folks, and I will see you on the con floor. The Katsucon 2022 con floor, that is. Just go with next week's video. Bye folks!